Hi, I'm Gemma, and this is a chat with Gemma. So, at the moment, as I'm doing this, it is Christmas Eve. So, I'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas and, um, either tonight or tomorrow, whenever you celebrate it. Uh, Christmas can be a very strange time, can't it? I've just been down to the shops. I had my presents all bought a while ago, so I've avoided the crowds for that. I do that earlier in the year. But just needed to buy some fruit for fruit salad, cream, things like that. So I've just been down. It's interesting, isn't it? So many people. But I wish you all the good things of Christmas, such as people to be with, affection. I did see one or two men sitting at tables, sort of having food from the pizza. There's a little pizza, outlet there, and they're just sitting there alone and very quietly. And I did sort of think about, why, while everything's mad around them, are they so calm? And of course, men, by and large anyway, have it pretty easy around Christmas. It's the women who have all the stress and the running around and the timelines and the work. But then I thought of men who are divorced and don't necessarily have a good relationship with their children, and maybe they don't even like their children. And so for those men, you know, maybe they're not just lazily sitting there while their wife's at home doing all the work. Maybe there is nobody. And so for them, sitting kind of with everybody around them, rushing, must feel kind of strange because they're going to have a very quiet day. And there are people in that situation for lots of different reasons. So it can be, for some people, a very strange, eerie, quiet day. So as I say, I hope that's not going to be the case for you, that you're going to have people around you. If you don't, go and get on some sort of public transport and just go round and round and round, and there's got to be a few people around, and just think to yourself, these people are my family, which we all are really when it comes down to it in the eyes of God. But yeah, I kind of get nervous around any kinds of events, that I've got to go to, like birthdays, and I think, what is this? This nervousness I go through, and it's like, oh, what if it's all terrible? And I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way. But it is so silly, isn't it? Because, well, what if it is all terrible? It's just one day, out of the year, and it doesn't really mean as much as we think it does. And, we can just hope for the best the next year. And I think you just have to kind of do your best to make it okay. Expect the very, very worst to happen, and so you won't be surprised if it does. And then if it turns out even a little bit better than that, think, oh, what a surprise, how lovely. It was an ordinary, okay day. Because when we're children, we do sort of think of Christmas as being ecstatically happy, and presumably we have experienced that kind of level of happiness when we're kids, because when you're a child, you're just able to, aren't you? So I think when we're adults, we kind of fear that it won't be that good. And, it doesn't have to be that good. It just has to be, as I say, a day of, hopefully, being with people that you love and who love you, or even people that just tolerate you being around. We've got to think about just getting the best we can sometimes. And if it turns out better than that, and, people show you love and affection, don't forget to show it back, Remember, Christmas is not just all about you. And maybe if you really, really you're at a loose end, go along to one of those charity Christmases and help out. You know, there's always people trying to get food in and out of ovens and take it around to people before it gets cold and things like that. And you'll have a lot of people around you, and a lot of people who are perhaps worse off than you are and lonelier than maybe you are if you are lonely. I'm very fortunate in that I'm from a big family. So for me, I'm off to Christmas and I have lots of people around me. But I do occasionally think about people who just don't have anybody to be with on Christmas Day. Don't let that be you. Sometimes we can kind of feel sorry for ourselves, and in that thinking, make it even worse for ourselves. So I recommend don't do that. Think to yourself, no, I deserve to be happy. What can I do to make it perhaps a little bit happier than what it's looking like it's going to be? What can I do for myself to make it better and for somebody else? Because Jesus came to the earth so that he could suffer for us, and so we don't have to go to hell. We can have our sins forgiven through, obviously we get into heaven on his coattails. So we're celebrating him being born, coming into the earth, and all the blessings that he brought with him. So that entails being charitable, thinking good thoughts, thinking thoughts of love, compassion, mercy, forgiveness, all of those sorts of things. So I know some people don't celebrate Christmas because of their particular religion. Just celebrate it anyway. Celebrate it within your particular, religious beliefs, because it's a good thing. And spreading love brings you closer to God. All right, God bless you. Hope you get a present, at least one. And Merry Christmas. Bye for now.